Hello and welcome back to Chasing Green Arrows. Today we'll be doing the predictions for game week 20. We had a break because of the FA Cup, a nice little break depending on who you support. But now we're back to the Premier League. It's a midweek games. Game week 20, I have with me my co-host, Abraziz. How are you doing, bro?
Not too bad. Not too bad. How are you?
I'm doing
I
well,
mean, you're
man.
doing very well. I'm
Yeah,
sure you are.
it was a good FA Cup round. Really enjoyed that from a fan's perspective. But I'm really excited for the Premier League to come back again. Every week we're having games. Like a break now means like just like 2-3 days off. It doesn't mean
Yeah. Yeah.
before you'd have like the whole week off in the Premier League, but now the breaks are very little. But hoping for some exciting games. So if you look at the leaderboard, Zohar is still on top, 89 points. It was a double game week, so we had the chance to catch up. We didn't get right there. Me and you are playing like musical chairs for second place.
No
Uh,
more. You killed it though this time.
this time was a good week for me. It was a good week. Got a few correct. Surprisingly, I got the Arsenal one bang on, 3-0. So that was fun. And Ashish is still there. He's catching up as well. So it's exciting predictions. Are you excited for this week?
Yeah, for sure. Always excited for football. I
Football.
just don't know how much of it I'm gonna get correct with the way I'm going so far.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes it becomes like a very, like 1920 kind of thing. Like,
Very close.
yeah, very close. Like, I predicted 4-0 for City and you predicted 3-0. For the longest time, it was 3-0 and then suddenly. So it's a very
And the week before that, Raheem Sterling misses that penalty and doesn't give me those points.
Yo, that was crazy. That's when I like 100%. You need luck in this game. Like you
Yeah.
need,
Yeah,
and that was
100%. This is all based off of luck. We're just doing it for fun, and it's just
but it's good that we're getting closer now. We're getting points and stuff. Like before, we were way off our predictions. But yeah, so with this game week, let's go with the first game: Crystal Palace versus West Ham. Palace got a thrashing against Man City. West Ham looking good. Antonio is back and he's in form, scoring goals. Bowen, Suchek, they have some really good players and they're doing pretty well this season. So your thoughts on this game?
Absolutely, West Ham's looking solid. They will be playing United in the FA Cup as well. So you guys should probably be watching this one closely. But yeah, I think West Ham has been playing well. I think Crystal Palace, on the other hand, has been having one of those ordinary seasons when they won't get relegated, but they won't do anything of any kind of impression in this season. I don't think so. That's kind of my opinion on Crystal Palace. They're just going to be there and thereabouts. They'll finish in the bottom half of the table. They'll be chilling. I'm going to go with the West Ham 2-0 win.
West Ham 2-0. Yeah, I think I completely agree with you. I'm going 2-0 as well. West Ham. West Ham, because I feel that they will keep the clean sheet against Palace, and also attacking. We've seen what the likes of Antonio is doing as well. So I think 2-0. I completely agree. Moving on, Newcastle Leeds. Newcastle getting a lot of stick for the way they're playing. They're not getting the results. I think they asked Steve Bruce as well in the interview. Is just style of play, like they were criticizing it, and he's like, that's how I'm going to play with the players I have. So I mean, there's some problem going there. Leeds, on the other hand, hot and cold again, but they play one style of football, so it's always entertaining to watch them. So your thoughts on this game?
Yeah, actually, Leeds have been poor in the past few game weeks. If you've noticed, they've been losing a lot of games, and they've been losing like by more than a goal, and so by more than a goal, which is not really Beasley's style. I'm a little surprised. I don't know if the players are kind of tired, if the players are gassed. I have no idea what it is, but
and there's 1-0 against Brighton. They didn't even score. So
yeah. And that's what they're not even scoring. So that's something. And even when they're playing some of the bigger teams, they're losing by more than one goal. So it's just been one of those seasons where they started off really brightly, and even when they're losing, they were giving us that kind of entertainment. I just feel like they've lost a little bit of steam, and they need to quickly catch on to it. I think it'd be a good game to play against someone like a Newcastle who's very defensive in their approach. And I think that if they can go hard at Newcastle, I think they can come out with a win. I'm expecting them to win 2-1.
You're going 2-1 Leeds. I'll go 1-0 Leeds. I think I actually feel that Newcastle it'll suit them this game because they will defend and they might get a goal, but I don't know, man. Like they just haven't been in form. So I was thinking about a 1-1, but I'll go 1-0 Leeds.
Yeah, fair enough.
And now moving on to Southampton versus Arsenal. This is basically a replay of the weekend's game. They both played each other in the FA Cup. Arsenal lost. Now this will be this game will actually put a lot of pressure on Arteta because he benched all his a few players. Apart from Aubameyang had a family emergency, but apart from him, he benched a few players. So with the Premier League in mind. So we all know what the FA Cup means to Arsenal, particularly their fans. It's been their cup, so they'll be really disappointed. So they really want to see a win in this game. Anything else, it would be a kind of an issue and a lot of criticism on Arteta.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that the performance was very poor. as an Arsenal fan, I was very, very disappointed at the end of the game.
Yeah.
We were slowly trying to turn things around after a little bit of a poor run in November and towards the
But
middle of
were you
December.
surprised with the team selection?
No, I wasn't. Honestly, I wasn't. I expected him to chop and change because we have like a game in 2 days again, right? We're
Yeah.
playing Saturday, again we're playing on Tuesday morning. I
Mm.
mean Tuesday afternoon. So it's kind of tight, the game, the turnover in the games. I mean for all teams, yes. So you needed to make those changes, and a lot of teams were making it. I mean I know Liverpool and United didn't do it, but that's because of
But they did,
the
like Fernandez came was on the
yeah
bench.
there were a
Mane
couple
was
of
on the
changes.
bench. Yeah,
Yeah.
there were changes. But with Arsenal, the reason I'm saying is because in the Premier League they are they're like 10th, 11th now. Yes, Premier League is everyone's focus, but
Right.
I think like because they're holders, it might just put more emphasis to play your stronger team and win. It just made more sense in that way. But if you just particularly look at them, but I completely agree with you. You should rotate your players.
Yeah.
But it's just that for Arsenal, if you look at it secludedly, maybe sacrificing for the league maybe didn't make sense. Maybe they could have benched in the league going against Southampton.
I honestly think that he wants to do better in the league. Obviously,
Mm.
he doesn't accept a
He's
number
going for
10,
the
and he
top
wants
four probably.
top four probably difficult, but at least he's at least trying for that Europa spot, so he has to get in at least in the top
Mm.
six, top seven, is what he's probably looking at, and he's gonna go for that for sure. And at the same time, the FA Cup, yes, it is an important trophy for us, but I feel like if we can finish in the top six in the Premier League and go deep in the Europa, I think we've done a decent season. And I feel like what the kind of style that Arteta is now trying to implement, we were seeing shades of it in the past month or so, where we started picking up the pace, and it became up some results together. The problem is that he doesn't have more than 11 players to do it. His first team is the only people who are able to implement that kind of style. And when he's bringing his bench strength on, the likes of Willian, Pepe, unfortunately, El Neni, and all these guys,
But
they're
these are
not able.
solid players.
Yeah, they are. I mean, Willian. I mean, he's just been poor. Pepe is not. Pepe is not.
Yeah.
Pepe has been like 20% of what he was in France. El Neni is a backup at best. These are kind of players that are not able to live up to the expectations and the kind of style of play that Arteta is expecting. And it took a while for some of the first team players to play as well. So you can't really blame them per se. But at the same time, whenever you get an opportunity, you have to make the most of it. And the backups are not doing that, and that's why Arteta has his work cut out for him.
Mm.
He's going to need to develop a squad that can do what he requires of them, be it when they play week in week out or when they get
Mm.
whatever opportunities they get. So that was the thing, and I think that this game clearly showed that the team is not ready fully yet, and
Mm.
he has only 11 players. That's it. He's got to do what he has only those players to do what he needs to do. So that's why he can't focus on a lot of the leagues.
Yeah.
I'm not making any excuses, but I think that it makes sense that he got out. He got out of the FA Cup as early so that he can now focus on what he needs to do, which is trying to finish in the top six and trying to maybe win the Europa. If he can win the Europa, that'd be
Oh yeah,
great,
that'd be
and
huge.
that makes it in the Champions. That makes him put in the Champions League. I'm not saying it's going to be easy at all, but at least now he has only two leagues to focus on, and that's kind of the best way to go forward. I'm expecting a 2-0 win, a revenge on cards for Arsenal.
2-0. I'm going 1-1. I think Arsenal actually will play much better. I think you'll see a better performance from them.
Yeah.
But Southampton as well have been playing really good in Premier League as well. So that's why I think it'll be a fair game, 1-all.
Should be.
But it won't be what we saw in the FA Cup. Arsenal will definitely come back stronger,
Yeah.
and they will play like the bigger players in this game. So
Right.
I think Arsenal maybe slight favorites going to this game for sure. So it'll be a very interesting game. I'm going 1-all. Moving on to the next game, West Brom versus Man City. Your prediction.
I mean, we've already had we're gonna miss Zoe in his conversation about West Brom, but to be honest, I'm saying Big Sam has started to do big things with this team, in terms of just saving them from the drop. I think that they
It
will
was
set up.
1-1, right, in the reverse fixture just a month back.
Was it?
Yeah,
I can't.
it was
Yeah, I think you're
1-1.
right. I think you're right
Yeah.
about that. So
Yeah.
it's not gonna be easy for City this one. It's gonna be interesting.
No Kevin De
Uh,
Bruyne.
no Kevin De Bruyne. That's what I'm saying. So creativity is gonna take a back seat. It's gonna be difficult. They're gonna expect a lot from his wingers and from his fullbacks, which is the kind of way that Pep plays. It's gonna be tricky. Big Sam's not gonna let it go. He's gonna park the bus. He's gonna chill. He's gonna take a 0-0. But I just feel like somewhere down the line, there's one goal in this game is gonna go to City. So 1-0 to City.
1-0 to City. To be very honest with you, was going to say 5-0 City. Then you changed my mind. Then I remembered Kevin De Bruyne is not playing. I'm
Yeah.
going 1-0 West Brom. Let's go.
Oh shit.
But I think City will have plenty of chances, so it could be 5-0, 6-0 City as well.
I wouldn't be surprised if that happens. We just feel like the way Big Sam will set this team up, it's not going to be easy to break that team.
We
It's
saw
just going to be
Arsenal
10
though. I
players.
mean, we saw Arsenal kind of break them quite easily just a couple of weeks back or a
But
week back,
then,
right?
yeah, I think that was just an off game for them. So
You think so?
I just feel like Big Sam's not going to accept that kind of a result. So he's not going to expect more than one of those kind of results. And I just feel like he's going to have 10 players behind the ball. It's just going to be like a rock over there in
Yeah,
front of goal. It's just going to be difficult to break that out because West Brom will take a 0-0 against City 100 any day of the week.
yeah,
They really wouldn't care. They just like lump it
100%,
long. Yeah, lump it long as many times as they possibly can.
100%.
I just feel like they will break up at some point, and that's when they'll probably just get that
Yeah.
one lead.
For City, it'll be interesting to see where the creativity comes from. They do have some really good players there, but Kevin De Bruyne is their best creative player, so it'll be
Right.
very interesting to see. But if they can make up for his absence, then it'll kudos to them.
Yeah,
But
for sure.
yeah, I think I'm sticking my neck out. As soon as I do well in 1 week, I just go and put a stupid prediction. But yeah, I hope I'm correct. 1-0 West Brom, and you're going 1-0 Man City.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then moving on to the next game. Burnley versus Aston Villa. Burnley booming with confidence, man. Sean Dyche is on another
100%.
level right now. They beat Liverpool. Even against United, they lost, but they were very close. They've been giving teams a headache, man. No one really wants to play Burnley in this league.
Yeah,
And now they're
absolutely.
coming up with another Aston Villa side who are in form. Yes, they lost to City, but against Newcastle, you saw what they can do. Some high quality players. Grealish is just unbelievable, man.
Absolutely.
But yeah, your thoughts on this game? It's not going to be easy for Aston Villa.
It's not absolutely. It's not going to be easy at all. I think it's going to be one of those games. Like you said, I mean, Burnley has started to look the team that they were a couple of years back.
Yeah.
That's the kind of team like Sean Dykes has got them going again, which is nice to see because that's what you expect from someone like someone the caliber of Sean Dykes, from someone like Sean Dykes caliber.
Yeah.
I'm losing my words here.
No
But
worries. It's something
but
like I mean, Arsenal fans will remember this how Stoke City used to be
yeah,
under
yeah,
Pulis,
yeah. He's like,
it's
that's
just
kind of how it was.
yeah.
Yeah.
But this is like, and they're actually scoring goals now, like albeit one goal, but they're winning games. So credit to them.
Yeah, it used to be, but can they do it on a cold night
At Stoke.
at Stoke? But now it's
Yeah.
going to be, can they do it on a cold, rainy night at Burnley? So that's
Yeah.
what it's going to be. It's going to be an interesting game. I have a feeling that'll be a draw, 1-1. I mean, Aston Villa has been incredible, but this team is going to really make it hard for them. I mean, the organization that Burnley is started to show is quite impeccable. So I'm gonna give them that credit and the confidence that they're booming with after a victory at Liverpool. It's not even like it was at home for Burnley. It was at Liverpool, so it's beautiful for them. So 1-1 is the prediction.
Yeah, I actually want Villa. I actually feel that Villa can win, but what I've seen Burnley like in the past 2 games just been unbelievable. So I think I'll go with a 0-0. 0-0 draw.
Fair enough.
Yeah, let's see how that goes. If Villa get the early goal, then they'll have the advantage. But
Yeah.
if it goes deep into the game, then Burnley will make it really difficult, and they might even score on the counter. So
Absolutely.
yeah,
Exactly
0-0.
what they did against Liverpool as well.
Exactly what they did against Liverpool. So I'll go 0-0 for that. And then Chelsea versus Wolves, man. Lampard just a few games away from the sack. It looks like it. But surely they're going to turn it around. There's some quality players there. But just to tell you that, Zoe was talking about Werner and how he needs a penalty. So he did get a penalty in the FA
He
Cup.
missed
They
it.
were 3-1 up and he missed it. So, what's happening with Chelsea? And can they turn it around against Wolves?
I don't know, man. I mean, I could care less about Chelsea, to be honest. I mean, I'm almost enjoying the way they're playing. As an Arsenal fan, it makes me very happy. But I mean, if
But it is surprising
initially
when you spend so much money and you have some high quality
Absolutely.
players there.
Very,
we
very
we
high
get
quality.
a lot of banter from Chelsea fans, but at the same time, you do enjoy good football, and they were providing that for a bit, but now it's just gone haywire right now. It's gone south.
They've just lost it completely. I don't know what's going on. I just feel like Lampard seems like he's out of ideas.
You'd never say
so
that about
never.
Arteta. Yeah,
But I mean, I have to be critical of I have to be realistic about certain things.
yeah,
I can afford to be unrealistic about Arsenal sometimes
for
because
sure.
I'm a fan. But it just looks like Lampard's out of ideas, and it just looks like the players seem like they're not sure what they need to do, and that's always not a good sign. I just feel like Lampard's not done yet. I just feel like he has something left in the tank to turn it around. I could be completely wrong. They might just get thrashed by Wolves and it's over
Hmm.
for him. But
But I agree with you. I'm sure there's something
this,
there,
yeah,
man, around the
because
corner.
he showed us shades of it. We saw
Hmm.
we saw Chelsea play some good football. It wasn't like they were not playing good football at all. It completely ruined the season or something like that. So they've just had a bad slump in form suddenly and quite drastic, unfortunately, and that's why it's
Yeah.
created kind of an issue. I still think that this will be a difficult game because Wolves are not an easy team. I'm expecting this one to be a 1-1 draw. I'm giving Chelsea a little bit of leeway over here, and then I'm expecting them to win the next game, and then things change around for Chelsea a little bit.
Yeah.
I
I'm
still don't
going.
think they'll make top four, but I'm just saying.
See, I agree with you. I would have gone with that same prediction, but I just feel that everything is on the line for Lampard right now. I think his
Yeah,
job is on the line. We know
yeah,
what how Chelsea run as a club, how they sack managers quickly if the results don't
yeah,
come. So I think he will have to get a result, and he has the quality. He just needs to do something. I don't know what it is, but they just need to find that and find a goal here and there and just get that win.
yeah,
But yeah, I'm going with a 2-1 Chelsea win. I think they'll just scrape through
yeah.
because I just feel that they'll have to be really determined and playing at home. They might even get a pep talk from their owner or something, but I think they have to really get that result. So 2-1. If not, then can't do anything about it. But yeah, Chelsea versus Wolves. I think that wraps up that game. And then Brighton versus Fulham. I'm enjoying both these teams. Fulham are fighting it out. Like, they're
Yeah.
making it tough for every single club. They're getting the draws. Unlucky not to get one against United. Brighton, they've lost games, but they've come back. They've fought it out. They beat Leeds recently. So your thoughts on this game? It looks like, I mean, it might not be the most entertaining game, but two teams were fighting it out.
Honestly, I think I beg to differ. I think this is going to be an entertaining game, but
You
it's
think
not
so?
probably going to be a very high quality game. But I think it's going to be an entertaining game. So
You see
it's going to
goals
be
in
is
this?
one absolutely. I see a bunch of goals in this. I mean, not my prediction is 1-2 to 2-1 to Fulham, but I expect at least that many goals. Of course, I just feel like Fulham, like you said. I mean, they're showing some really a lot of grit and determination. They don't want to drop. They don't want to drop back this season. They've just got back up. They don't want to go down,
Yeah.
and
Scott Parker
it's
is doing a
making
great job.
absolutely, and they're making this lower half of the table look interesting, as interesting as the top of the table is as well. It's like
Yeah.
it's not like, except for maybe Sheffield, who's really looking really really poor. I don't think any other team is really um, kind of decided yet. I just feel like Sheffield is probably the only one that's at halfway stage. You expect a little bit of direction, but we're not seeing that in the relegation side. You're not seeing that in the top of the league as well. So that's good for football in general. I just think that Fulham has been grit a lot. Like I said, they've shown a lot of grit and determination. I think that they will be rewarded with a win after a few draws. They've been getting a few draws together. I
Yeah.
just feel like this will be the game where they can break that deadlock of draws and get a win.
Okay.
I
So you're
mean, not
going.
take nothing away from Brighton. They've been playing well as well,
Yeah.
but I just feel like. I don't know why. I'm just going with Fulham on the basis of a gut.
Yeah, I'm just going. I'll go the opposite. I'll go Brighton 1-0.
Yeah,
Actually, I was thinking draw, but I think Brighton playing at home, they'll have a lot of confidence after beating Leeds. And
yeah,
Leeds, to defend against that team, it's not that easy. So
sure.
I think if they can do that against Leeds, I think they should do a good job against Fulham. But like you said, Fulham have been great. They've been scoring goals against teams like United, Liverpool as well. So
Yeah.
it's not like they're just doing against the weaker teams. So they're gonna make it difficult for Brighton. I just feel they'll sneak through Brighton 1-0. So I'll go with that. But then moving on to the next game, Everton versus Leicester. Leicester are in amazing form, but there some very sad news for them. Vardy's out for 2 weeks. He's going to go for surgery. So how much will that impact Leicester and their chances, particularly in this game against Everton?
It's gonna be huge. It's gonna be huge. I have a feeling that Everton will nick this game just because of that. I've always mentioned, like I've said this before as well. I'm a huge fan of Vardy. He's my most favorite non-Arsenal player, and the kind of
Hmm.
space that he creates for other players around him, they're gonna miss that. Javi Barnes, yes, he's good, but he's no Vardy, and
Yeah.
they're gonna struggle. They're gonna struggle up front. So I have a feeling that that's gonna create that issue. I think that Leicester will lose this one. I think it's gonna go 2-1 to Everton.
Oof, you're going 2-1 Everton. I agree with you. I think we saw what happened when Madison got injured last season. It impacted them a
Exactly.
lot. And
Impact, yeah.
yeah, Vardy is even more impactful, because he's the guy who's going to finish his chances. He might not have scored in the last couple of games, but he's been creating space and opportunities for the likes of Madison. So, but having said that, I think I'm just going to go with a 1-all draw. Everton. I think
Okay.
Madders might just have like a free kick or something like that,
It's
like a
possible.
but yeah, and Everton,
They've
Ancelotti,
been poor as well.
they've been
Actually,
poor. They've been
actually they're the proper definition of blowing hot and cold. I
Yeah.
think that's what they've been
You
this
know,
season.
sometimes you feel like, wow, this Ancelotti is a
Yeah,
genius. He's organizing them like crazy. It's tough to beat, and suddenly they become easy to beat. So,
yeah.
I think they're still finding their feet, but they've been impressive this season,
Oh, absolutely.
nonetheless. But yeah, I'll probably go because I think the Vardy factor. I'll give Everton a point there. So 1-1, and then United versus Manchester United versus Sheffield United. Uh, United been in really good form. Sheffield in poor form, top of the table versus bottom of the table. But United won't want to their streak to end in this game, will they?
It
The
would be
whole world
really
will turn
upsetting
on
if
them.
they, yeah, they'll
The
be
whole
really
world
upsetting.
will turn on them.
Just after 2 days after a good performance against
Yeah,
Liverpool, that would be quite a anticlimax kind of a situation for you.
yeah.
But I don't expect that to happen. Like I said, I mean Sheffield has been so poor this season. It's going to be difficult, and the confidence level, sometimes in these kind of games, when even if the United's not at their best, if they have the kind of confidence to kind of just take that kind of confidence from beating Liverpool, from having a good run so far, they'll dig deep, find something in there, and come out with a 2-0 win.
2-0. How important is it for United to win convincingly? Because we've seen, every game has gone close. Every single game, whether it's against Fulham, against Burnley, against Liverpool, every game has gone close, and they've just managed to get the 3 points. It shows a lot of character. You need your own, you make your own luck. You have slice of luck and everything, but they've done it consistency. So there is something there in this team. But at the same time, how important it is to beat like a Sheffield, like a 3-0, 4-0, because to make a statement to other clubs as well and get that extra confidence in you, because they've been winning games goal down recently, like not recently, it's been a month or 2 months now.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's going to be very important for their own confidence as well. Like
Yeah.
they probably coming out of every game being like, oh, we nicked that one. Oh, we kind of uh, they saw Bruno Fernandes get a penalty, so on and so forth. Like those kind of things they've been winning. So just for their own confidence, I think to really smack home a big win will make them really look good, and for the like I said, their own confidence. So that's going to be interesting. Uh, that's a very good point, actually. If they can win 3-0, 4-0, and really put out a statement there saying that, okay, you know what, we're ready for this, we're ready for challenging for the title and stuff like
Hmm.
that, it'll be good for them. I just
Hmm.
don't feel that's going to happen. I just feel like
Yeah, because
it
that's what
still,
it's
yeah,
shown in recently, like, and it's not
yeah.
happened.
Yeah, and I still feel like 2-0 was good. They're going to look good in 2-0. They're going to look
Mm.
good for 70%, sorry, 70 minutes of the game. I just feel like 15, 20 minutes they'll have where they'll be a little bit wobbly, but I don't think that Sheffield has enough quality in them to punish this United side.
Yeah, the reverse fixture was 3-2. I'll probably go 3-1 this time for United. I feel like it should be 3-0, 4-0, but I think Sheffield will have a goal with the way United have a tendency to give a goal here and there. So
Yeah.
3-1 to Manchester United. And then, oh, this is a big game, man. I forgot about the Spurs versus Liverpool. Huge game. The reverse fixture was 2-1 for Liverpool, but things have turned around. This is not the title top of the table clash anymore, which it was a month ago. But
Mhm.
at the same time, it's still a big game for them in terms of top four, in terms of the title challenge as well. Mourinho versus Klopp, round two. Your thoughts on this game?
Yeah, I mean, Klopp's going to kill it 2-1.
Wow. Oh yeah, I forgot we're doing Spurs. I'm like, oh, why did he say so quickly? I'm going opposite for 2-1 Spurs.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Two
Fair
one
enough.
Spurs.
Yeah,
You
I
know
know.
my history with
I know.
Liverpool.
Yeah, I know you're a closet Tottenham fan, so it's
I
okay.
no. Also, apart from that,
It's like to anyone who's actually viewing this, to our viewers and all of that stuff, he's a closet Tottenham fan. He's not a United fan anymore.
bro, but you have to respect the way they went to the
I'm messing. I'm messing,
the
bro.
way
I'm
they went to
messing.
the Champions League. No, I'm saying you're right. Like, I mean, you have to like that team. Like, come on, the way
Yeah.
they went to the Champions League
No, you
with
don't.
Dele Alli scoring the last second goal against Ajax and Harry Kane. This, Son is like amazing, man. Like, if he was in any other club, they would have said this guy deserved the Ballon d'Or. He's been amazing, sensational. So you have to. I understand why you go against it, but it's one of those teams where just like that's how it
Man,
is.
everyone talks so much about them when they have nothing. Nothing. When was the last time they won the league? When was the last time they won the league? When was the last time they won a trophy, man? Come on, like let them win something. Then we'll come talk about it.
Yeah, I mean,
And
like the thing
I'm
is,
always gonna be biased about this.
the thing is, in terms of banter, you have your points are correct. You can't argue with that. But I just feel that, like, I've never seen them like as a champion title winning team. Or I mean, growing up, we've seen Arsenal, we've seen United, Chelsea, and thing. So, and the way they've improved over the years, I think that's been really good. Yes, they're not there yet, but I think they're close. Like, it depends. Let's see how it
Fair
goes.
enough. I completely agree. It's just sacking Poch was not the best idea.
Yeah, man. Like,
I don't
I
think
think
that
he
was a
did
good
an
idea.
amazing job with them. That, that's how football is. Like, you just miss out on the Champions League by this much, and everything can go haywire. Like, it can
That's what I'm
cause so
saying. I
many
mean,
problems.
you're saying Poch wanted money, right? You're giving Mourinho the money. So why wouldn't you just give the Poch the money? It would have made so much sense. But
Yeah.
I guess it's easier said than done. There's probably a lot going on behind the scenes.
So you're going
But
2-1 Liverpool, huh? No explanation.
no, I don't need to give an explanation.
No,
It's
last
Spurs,
time
bro.
you gave an explanation
It's
that, yeah,
Spursy.
Liverpool have been amazing, this, that, everything.
They haven't, but I expect them to turn it around. I just feel like
It's
that
coming.
they're too good a team to have such a big slump, and it's been going on for about 2 weeks now. So it's not that's big slump for someone like a Liverpool. So like you kind of
That's true.
I mean, I think that Klopp's gonna sit them down and really like
Yeah.
rub it in and be like, you guys are really poor, you guys are bad, what is going on and stuff like that. Try to figure out what's going on. Really make them train
We
hard
saw
and stuff like that. I
Salah in
think
the FA Cup scoring some goals, so I think they'll get back to it. It's just a
it's
matter of time.
yeah, I think so too. I think that they came up against a United side that was more resilient and they wanted it a little bit more, and that's what they got. And Klopp's not going to like it because Klopp wants his team to have that kind of top level performance, and he hasn't been seeing it for 2-3 weeks now. So he's not going to be happy. So I
Yeah, and
suppose that
you expect a similar type of game that we saw in the previous reverse fixture, Spurs sitting back and Liverpool attacking. But I think that's where Spurs will need to probably take the chances which they did in the last game.
absolutely. I mean, Spurs is going to be difficult for actually Spurs will like playing this Liverpool side because this Liverpool side will go for it. And whenever someone when someone really goes for it, that always plays in a Mourinho side's favor. So they can break them on the counter and stuff like that. So there's going to play in the favor of.
They will have the chance, but it's about
Spurs.
taking those chances which they didn't in the previous.
I think Spurs will go up 1-0, but I think Liverpool come back to
I
1.
thought you were gonna say I think Spurs gonna win it, but yeah, I think that wraps up fixtures. I'm going 2-1 Spurs. You're going 2-1 Liverpool. I think that's gonna be an amazing game. Probably the game to look forward to. But another amazing week for the Premier League. Any last thoughts before we wrap up the show?
No, I just think it's going to be a couple of good games. Looking forward to the Everton Leicester game, the
I
United
think
and in United. No, I mean because they're playing
yeah,
Sheffield, but
yeah.
the
Southampton,
Pool and
Arsenal.
Spurs. Yeah, of course. I mean, as an Arsenal fan, I'm definitely watching
Even
that
me,
one. But
I
I'm just
think
saying, yeah,
it'll be an entertaining game
yeah,
because Southampton have been really good this season as well attackingly. So I think it'll be a good game. Arsenal, some quality players. So I
yeah.
think those
And
are
of
some
course,
good.
looking forward to Everton and Leicester, and of course, then finally Liverpool and Spurs as well.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Can't wait for the games. I'll catch you after the games. But yeah, enjoy it and take care.
Absolutely. Take care.